What's going on, Titan Nation? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, we have some. Go ahead and get this road. Oh, thank y'all for tuning in with me. I know tonight's a big wrestling night and TV night, and everybody, everybody's gonna be watching wrestling and Empire. Everything. What's up, Jace? What's up, Marcus? Isaiah? Az Mitt? What's going on? I had a few last questions, so just kind of getting everybody ready. We're going to go ahead and get kicking. We got a few, just getting some questions in and stuff like that. So we're going to get ready and get started. Belvis, what's going on? I like that name, by the way, Belvis Duffield. I like that name. I really do. I definitely do. We're definitely going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. Let everybody tune in. Make sure y'all share the show out. There's an arrow. Make sure y'all point to that. Y'all click on that arrow, share it out. Let everybody know that we are live, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, put on Instagram, show that I'm on there and tune in, and we're going to get everything together. Classic Rod, that question will be answered shortly. And we're going to have some fun. Hopefully, we don't have any connection issues. We're definitely going to knock this show out. And definitely going to get everything done because I know, like I said, everybody want to watch some television. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling.
Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. It's a brand new dance and we about to go live. Tighten up, Nashville, with the 615. First you tighten two steps, step to the right. Then you tighten two steps, step to the left. Blue jerseys everywhere. Game face, yeah, we got it on. Sticking out our chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Countdown. It's about to get rough. Here come the train, y'all. Tennessee, tighten up. Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Tighten two steps, step to the right. To the tighten two steps, step to the left. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Okay, alright. Titans got your hands all night. Alright, okay. Titans gonna win anyway. First down, come around, we about to shut them down. We about to knock some heads, about to shut them down.
Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody doing? Welcome into a brand new edition of Titans and Truth. I'm your man, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, and we are going to have some fun here this evening. We are definitely going to have a good time, and we are going to definitely enjoy this week. And I hope everybody has had a wonderful week so far. I have had a pretty good week ever since the Tennessee Titans came up victorious over the Atlanta Falcons 24-10. If y'all have not seen my reaction, my recap show on Facebook Live, definitely go check that out. I got it on pretty much all of the groups, a lot of the Titan groups, especially on the TNT Enforcers page and also my Facebook page. So it is there. Definitely go check it out. And, we're definitely going to quickly close the chapter, close the book on this amazing Falcons victory. I know the Falcons are just not very good, but we took advantage of that. We did exactly what we were supposed to do. Great shout outs to the defense. Holding an Atlanta Falcons offense to 10 points with Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, Devontae Freeman. Now, Austin Hooper had himself a day, like 10 catches, 199 yards. And I know Matt Ryan threw for 397 yards, but key stat. No touchdowns. Julio Jones shut down to 4 catches, 52 yards. Mohamed Sanu, I think he had like 9 for 91, if I'm not mistaken. I can confirm that. But the Titans defense did an excellent job on that Falcons offense, because that Falcons offense, despite their record, that offense is very, very explosive. Now, also on the fact the Titans got sacks on Matt Ryan, because the Atlanta Falcons offensive line is just terrible. The offensive line is just terrible. We took advantage of that. They had a couple of injuries. Alex Mack went down for a moment, but he came back. I think I want to say the right guard went down. McGarry, the rookie tackle, went down. And stuff like that. So they had a makeshift offensive line, which basically was an advantage for us, and we definitely took advantage of that. On the other side, definitely shout outs to A.J. Brown and my man Corey Davis. Corey Davis, they showed out. 3 catches, 94 yards, 2 TDs for A.J., 5 catches, 91 yards for Corey Davis, and a touch. Let's see. Yeah, Hooper had 9 for 130. Sanu had 9 for 91. That's what that was. But Calvin Jones and Julio Jones combined, listen to this, 7 catches, 84 yards combined for those two. That's incredible. That is a great job by that Titan defense. And like I said, the offense showed up too. Marcus Mariota, I got to give him his due. I have to give him his due. Now, this is a quick P&B question that came from Classic Ride. Said, am I still a heel against Marcus Mariota? Yes, I am. I am still a heel against Marcus Mariota. Just like I said in my recap, one game isn't going to do it for me. One game isn't acceptable. I need to see a string of good games come together. I need to see a string of games like this before Marcus Mariota gains my trust back. So, yes, I've left the door open. Marcus is off the street. He's on the sidewalk right now. Now he needs to work his way and get onto my front yard. He needs to get onto my front yard and come up, and he can make his way towards the house. If he has a nice game against Buffalo, he could be slowly making his way to about the halfway point of the front yard. And I have a pretty nice sized front yard. It ain't small. It's got to be cut. Maybe he can cut my grass while he out there. But no, Marcus hadn't won me over yet. But this is a very good start. A very good start. Now, Marcus could be in the same place he's in if he comes back with a doink of a game this week. And this game ain't going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, which we'll get to that later. But shout out to Marcus Mariota. Good game. But definitely shout out to AJ and Corey Davis. Big games for both of them. Derrick Henry, 27 carries, 100 yards. Big shout out to the offensive line. I got to give him some love. Nate Davis held up pretty well for his first piece of action. They surrendered no sacks. But there are some that can be worked on. Coaching-wise, I think Arthur Smith called a good game. But one thing that they're going to have to stop doing, and this is the only thing about Arthur Smith I have to give him some blame on. Stop with the screen pass to Dion Lewis. It's not working. People have figured that out. The second that Dion Lewis comes in the game, they know 9 times out of 10 it's a passing play. And they know 9 times out of 10, if you set up the screen, you're going to him. Why are you not setting up screens for other guys? Set up a screen for Adam Humphrey. Set up a screen for Corey. Set up a screen for A.J. Brown. Do that. You ain't got to always set up a screen for Deion Lewis. It's not working. Give that play up. Go with something else. Set up a screen with Derrick Henry. Hell, if David Fluellen plays, set up a screen for him. Just idiot Deion Lewis because nothing. Lewis is not good. He could be better, but don't do that screenplay. Give that up. And the other play I think they really need to fix is supposed to be like the bootleg, where Marcus does a play fake and tries to roll out to the opposite side. Like he may play fake to the left and tries to roll back out to the right. Only problem is there's a defender right there in his face coming free on the rush. They need to fix that so that Marcus can have a clean way to run, and he can either run for some yards or it buys some time for somebody to get open, and he can throw the ball on a run, which is where he's best at, where he's usually at his best. Those are just a couple of things that need to be fixed by coaching. Now, one thing that could be a Dunce of the Day nomination, Mike Vrabel. Going for it on fourth down up in the fourth quarter. Now, I understand you want to stay aggressive. And I don't mind that at all. I don't mind aggressiveness. But you got to be aggressively smart. It seems like a lot of times you either got to be aggressive or smart. You can be both. You can be aggressive and smart at the same time. If it's me in that situation, take the points. You go up 7-10. You're doing well. Don't give Anna any. I mean, you had about 7 minutes at that situation at that time. What happens if Matt Ryan drives down the field and scores? All of a sudden, it's 24-17. It's a much more interesting ball game because you give that high-powered offense the ball back, they might cause you some problems. So Vrabel needs to be careful when he decides to go for it on fourth down and pick better plays on fourth down. If you're going to go fourth down, knows you're probably, but that play kind of got blown up. But still, they could have picked a better play. That's all the bad I got to have. But that was a great game. I enjoyed it. Shout out to all the Titan fans that made the trip to Atlanta. If I didn't have a school dance I had to take care of, I would have went with you. I would have been down there with you having a ball. But I will be at Nissan Stadium this Sunday to watch us take down Bills Mafia. I will definitely be there for that. I'm just going to read a couple of comments now. I may not read comments, but I'm going to read a few. So, Classic Ride, yes, I'm still a heel, but I'm leaving the door ajar. Jay says, if MMA ever gets out of his own head, starts trusting his receiver, we could be scary. I agree. Keep these performances up. Titans could be pretty darn good. Foot up a Falcons tail. And I guess that means screw the Bills Mafia by Lil Kilo. I can't say all of that on here. We try to be a family show. Marcus Bargo, shout out to AJ Brown. Very impressive. Hooper can beat you. I agree. I'll take my chances with Hooper doing damage than Julio Jones or Calvin Ridley. Because we've all seen Julio Jones can take a 7-8 yard route and turn it into a 60-yard touchdown just like that. So that is definitely something. Marcus Mariota, yes, I will be at the game Sunday, without a doubt. I will be there with bells on. You better believe it. Velvet says, Bills defense, a big challenge. They're good. I'll get to that. O-line has played very well against this front. Let's see. Shane, we are here. Let's see. Offensive line issue has always been, if you can't protect, you can't win. I cannot agree more with that. Yep, Shay said if we do the script with Derrick Henry, we've seen it could work if Derrick Henry catches the ball. What's up, Derek Roberts? Let's see. Yeah, I know a lot of people were mad they didn't take the points and go up 17. Let's see. King Marcus Mariota. Of course, Shane loves Marcus. 933 yards, 7 touchdowns, no pick. I mean, hey, looks like he's going to get past 11 touchdowns last year. So I think that's pretty good. I'll give him that. And, yep, that is another thing. So, better news this week. Taylor Lewan, Big Boss Hog, is back. His suspension is over. He is back in the facility. He was in early on Monday and was definitely getting in some weights. Let's see. So I'm definitely yeah. So I was looking at another question that I might have had, but yes, I give it to Marcus. I'll give it to Marcus. He hasn't won me back yet, but he's doing a pretty good job in that first game. Still got a lot of work to do, but definitely glad Taylor Lewan's back. He was definitely in the building. I'm trying to see if I can pull up. I'm trying to see if I can pull up some comments from Taylor. Let's see. Actually, this is from Titans Online. From the app, here is Big Boss Hall, Taylor Lewan. Just a few comments. Just waiting on it to pop up. Obviously, there has to be an ad somewhere. That's something that I'm tripping about. He said, cutting grass. Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate you doing it while you're cutting grass. Here, Taylor Lewan.
Oh, it's been tough to be away. You want to be able to compete, be with the boys and everything, but now that I'm back, it's totally focused on Bills in week 5. What's that? Oh, right. Right. I mean, you can do all the sprints in the world, but when you put a helmet on, it's definitely different. It takes a little bit of time. My main focus is just trying to get this as soon as possible. Get ready.
Watch, and what was that like watching?
It was, I mean, the first game sitting there watching it was pretty cool. Then it wasn't, and then it was cool again. You know, it's kind of like the ups and downs of how when they won, I was excited. When they lost, I wasn't. And, it's weird. I've never since I was little had September off, so that was something to get used to, and hopefully that won't ever happen again. And I'm just excited to play week 5.
Mariota mentioned the first just couple hours in meetings this morning, he could feel the energy and the juice within the room. Mm-hmm. I mean, how much do you pride yourself on kind of bringing an extra level in this locker room?
I mean, everyone's capable of having juice. So, sure, I mean, I'm a positive guy. I have a lot of energy. I'm really excited to be here. I'm stoked to be back with the boys and just get it going, get things moving, get some chemistry going with Raj, and, hopefully just go play well on Sunday.
And that is Tennessee Titans star left tackle, Boss Hog himself, Taylor Lewan. Glad to be back in the facility, glad to be back on the team. He's definitely glad to be back and get some chemistry with Saffold. So I know everybody's thinking, well, we might as well just go ahead and just run left. That's not going to be as easy as we think. Now, I expect us to run a lot to the left. The only problem is a lot of other teams are going to, oh, yeah, that left side is good. We need to stack that side. Make sure you can't run left. That could open up some things on the right side. So I like Taylor Lewan being back. He does make this offensive line a heck of a lot better than it was. Now, it's not the be-all, cure-all, but it's definitely going to help. That much is a fact. And, that's a big pickup. Like I said, I'm glad Marcus trusts his receivers finally. I mean, I kept saying it. You see what happens when you get the ball to Corey Davis and A.J. Brown? Good things happen. Get them the ball. Taylor Lewan being back is going to help in a lot of ways. Now, it doesn't solve everything, but it will solve a few problems. Let's see. Yeah, Taylor Lewan back. Do you think offense is better than Buffalo's? That's a very good question, Jack Good, and that's something we're definitely going to talk about. I'm glad you brought that point up because that is something that I'm going to mention. Absolutely. Let's see. Coach Dean was kind of like a mad scientist drawing up that beautiful formula for our defense last Sunday. Yeah, Coach DB can be like a scientist. That much is true. I wish they pitched it to Corey Davis on fourth down and they were going for it. I wanted Corey Davis and A.J. Brown to get 100 yards. I'm not even going to lie. I was being a little greedy with that, myself personally. Should be a pickup we can run to the left. Yes, we can run to the left. Let's see. New wide receiver we just added. Not sure who we added already. I'm going to have to see. I know they were working some wide receivers. I know somebody got added to the practice squad, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see what's going on. So give me just a minute. I apologize if I am breaking the time limit. But yeah, I mean, I know they brought somebody in on the practice squad. I think a defensive player onto the practice squad. I'm not sure of the wide receiver. I know they said that they were looking at another wide receiver, but I don't know if they picked him up or not. What's up, Anthony Hayes? What's going on, Rizzo? Glad y'all was able to see it. Marcus going off on Ben Jones. Now, I heard that did happen. I heard Marcus kind of went off on Ben Jones, and honestly, I like it. I like it. It's good to see some fire out of Marcus. It's good to see that. I don't mind him going off because that means he wants to win. And that means get your stuff together. Plain and simple. I don't mind that one bit. I don't mind that at all. Absolutely. DeAndre, what's up with your bro? Blue 5, my brother. We have to get on the Bills early. Can't play from behind. Their defense is good. Score 20 points. They won't beat us. I agree. I don't know why he went off on Ben Jones. I think it was a blocking issue. It was something maybe on a block that maybe he went off on. I'm not exactly sure. Wow. Shout out. I'm gonna have to find out how is Taywan Taylor got released. Hey, look, we got something back from them for that, and they released him. I wouldn't bring them back. We don't need them. We don't need them. We're just fine. So, shout out to Taylor Lewan. Now, let's go ahead and the two-tone blue. Let's see who y'all got as your nominations for the two-tone blue star of the week. And I know there are plenty of nominations to go around. I want y'all to get your nominations out. Who do y'all have as the two-tone blue star of the week? I know I have a couple of nominees myself. Let's see. Tyler comes in off of Facebook. Tyler says Brett Kern punts were ridiculous. I definitely agree. I forgot to mention that. Brett Kern had one heck of a ball game. He flipped the field many times and, pinned them, I think, 3 or 4 times, pinned them inside the 10. And I think it was a couple of times he pinned them inside the 5. And where they had to start from. So, yeah, shout out to Brett Kern. Brett Kern definitely is a nominee. Definitely. Jason says AJ. Marcus Mariota says AJ. Glenn goes with Marcus. AZ Mix says AJ. Derek says Marcus. Isaiah gave a few nominees. AJ, Marcus, Brett Kern, Corey Davis, secondary. Terrence Young says AJ. Let's see. We got a lot of votes for AJ Brown right now. I'm trying to see, is anybody going to break the mold? Trying to see if anybody else can break the mold. Let's see what we got. But it looks like a lot of AJs, and there was a couple of Brett Kerns there. Let's see. Rizzo giving a Nate Davis. Dash Stevens, King Henry for Derrick Henry, Jason Glover, Harold Landry, and Landry was very good. 2 sacks on the day. Jarrell Casey had a strip sack and recovered a fumble. Marcus, Dean Pease from Joseph. Isaiah Garrett's go with Harold Landry. Reggie goes with Wesley Woodyard. There's a lot of good nominees out here. So going by that, I tell you, we got some honorable mentions, possibly with Brett Kern. Definitely honorable mention. I'll give Marcus Mariota some love. Definitely gave some love on that. Harold Landry gets an honorable mention. But the two-tone blue star of the week has got to be down A.J. Brown. What can Brown do for you? He did a whole lot. 3 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns, broke away on a 55-yarder. And honestly, on that 55-yarder, it didn't even look like he was running very fast. But he outran those corners on some speed. I definitely like it. Jarrell Casey definitely deserves some love. You know what? Isaiah, thank you for mentioning that. As much as I've harped on Adoree Jackson, I got to give him some love too. He played a pretty good game. Adoree played a pretty good game, definitely. And he won back there returning punts. So definitely got to give some love to MMC and B. My man catch no balls because too many of them did not. So A.J. Brown, the two-tone blue star of the week. Now, as y'all know, when you have a star that does great up high, you have a dunce that is just straight down low. So, who didn't do so well besides the Atlanta Falcons, that is? I mean, dunce of the day, I know automatically I would give the dunce of the day to Dan Quinn, head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe to Julio Jones for getting shut down. But who is your dunce of the day? Now, Mike Vrabel definitely deserves a nominee for that stupid fourth down call. Other than that, I have to give a dunce of the day nominee to the Atlanta Falcons fans for not showing up at that game. Mercedes-Benz Stadium looks like a gorgeous stadium. I have not yet visited that stadium, but there weren't a lot of Falcon fans there. There were some empty seats. There were a lot of Titan fans there because I could hear it. But Atlanta Falcon fans, disappointing. So, I think definitely, definitely could be a dunce of the day nomination. I know a comment earlier said Jack Conklin. Rizzo goes with Vrabel. Jason goes with Vrabel. Isaiah probably putting that on Arthur Smith and Vrabel because it did get kind of conservative in that second half. They kind of saw that lead instead of just going for the jugular. So a lot of people say Vrabel. Marcus says Vrabel. AZ Mix says Vrabel. Dash Steve says Dallas Cowboys. I know because they did lose to the Saints. Isaiah, definitely Vrabel. Jack Good, Vrabel. Jack Good says Titan fans loud at the game. I like that. I see a lot of empty seats. Isaiah Terrence says dunce of the day is the dude. Dude charged the Dolphins fans $724 for 2 beers. What the heck? That is uncalled for. That is messed up. Why pay $700 for some beer? You got to be kidding me. So, guess they haven't learned the lesson of what happened against Indy. You're talking about the 4th down call. Yeah, that was Vrabel. That was Vrabel on that one. So, yes, your dunce of the day has to be Mr. Michael Vrabel. That was a dumb call because I was just coming off of the road. I was was just coming off of the road, coming back from Nashville, and I was listening to the game, and I'm thinking, okay, they're driving down. It was third down. They got into the scoring zone. So I'm thinking, if all else, take a field goal in this situation. And so I walk into the house, and I see Atlanta got the ball. I'm like, don't you tell me Vrabel went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. And that's exactly what they showed up like. Take the damn points. That's what happened against Jacksonville. You know, we were down, what was it, 14-0? It was either 14-0 or 17-0. You get points, 17-3. Then we score, instead of it being 17-7, it's 17-10. It's a whole different ball game. We're in it. But you don't take the points, then we lose all momentum on that drive. So that was stupid by Mike Vrabel to do that. I mean, I understand being aggressive, but you got to be aggressively smart. You got to know when to go for it and when not to. That situation, you don't go for it on fourth down. You don't. You take the points. Now, if you have to go for it on fourth down, yeah, I understand. Like, if you're in plus territory in the middle of the second quarter, you say, you know what? We're going to go for it on fourth down. You know, middle of the second quarter, let's just say it's 10-3. Middle of the second quarter, maybe like 2 minutes or so to go, or like 6 minutes or something to go against a team like Buffalo. Yeah, you could do that. You got to think of the opponent that you're going up against as well. Because if you do this against a Buffalo and go for it on fourth down, okay, they're really not no threat to score. So you really aren't hurting yourselves. But with a team like Atlanta, with a high-powered offense like that, that's a risk, an unnecessary risk. So, yeah, that was a little bit stupid on that. So, and you know, was trying to hold on to that lead. You can't play like that. You do that, you lose. You definitely lose if you do that. So don't play not to lose. So I agree with that. But Mike Vrabel, dunce of the day. But now, y'all, we're going to go ahead and roll through the rest of this show. Let's get to pick my brain. Pick my brain. And let's see what kind of questions did y'all come up with. I know we had a few already. Let's see. And I know I got some on Facebook. So we're definitely going to talk about that for just a bit. Let's see. Jack Good says, do you think the Titans offense is better than Buffalo's? And is there a chance that it could be a low-scoring defensive battle? I'm going to give you a little nutshell preview of what I'm going to talk about with the Bills. If you're expecting a high-scoring game, or if you're expecting the Titans to score like 27, you know, if you're expecting the Titans to score like 24, 27, 30 points, this is not the game for you. This will not be the game for you. This is going to be, it may be a little boring at times, but this is going to be a knockout, drag-out fight. It is going to be a slugfest. Two excellent defenses going at it, and it's going to mainly come down to the offense that doesn't make the big mistake. So that's going to be the big thing right there. And I think the Titan offense is better than the Bills offense. I think the Bills offense is more likely to make a mistake than the Tennessee Titan offense is. So that's what I would think about that. Let's see. Just looking at some other questions. We have to get the Bills early, can't play from behind. I agree. If we can get up on the Bills pretty early, I think we look like we have a great chance to win. I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Do you think the defense is elite? I think we're getting there. We're not elite yet because we're not in the top 10 in a lot of categories yet. I think that's going to straighten itself out. We are still top 10 scoring defense. So I think this defense is right there on the cusp of being elite. But I think they have a great chance to do that. If the offense keeps stepping up and help the defense, I think the defense definitely will be elite because they won't have so much of a strain every game. So I think, yes, this defense has a chance to be elite. They have a chance to be a top 5 defense, without a doubt. I think they definitely are one of the best defenses in the league. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Let's see. In your opinion, do you think Josh Allen plays? I don't know. I looked on the injury report. He was limited. So he does have to pass concussion protocol. Word is the Bills are planning. I saw that on NFL.com. The Bills are prepping Matt Barkley to start this game. And we're going to talk about that in the preview. Let's see. Yeah, I think honestly, add Jeffrey Simmons into the mix. I think we could be a scary defense with Jeffrey Simmons in there. Something Mike Barkley is playing. Who has a better front seven? Ooh, that's an excellent question. Because with the Titans, you have Casey, Jones, you got Landry, Wake, you got Jayon Brown, Rashaan Evans. On Buffalo side, you got Trent Murphy, you got Ed Oliver, the big draft pick, you got Jerry Hughes, you got Star Lutulele, you got Lorenzo Alexander. They have a heck of a front seven. I will not lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. Buffalo has a legit front seven. I think their front four is better than ours. I think our linebackers are better, but our four is better than ours. We think. So I think it's going to be very tough. I'm not trying to talk bad. I love Jarrell Casey. I think Ed Oliver will make us a better defensive line. I think Star Lutulele would make us a better defensive line. And they're playing a 4-3. We play a 3-4. Much similar to Atlanta that plays the 3-4. So I think their front four is better than ours. I'm not even going to lie. Glenn says, hope you're wrong. Hope Tennessee puts up 30. Again, it would be nice if they put up 30. But against this defense, if you're expecting high scoring, if you're expecting like a bunch of touchdowns and 30 or more points, you're going to be sadly disappointed. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. You know, Titans and truth. We about telling the truth. And I'm telling you, this is not going to be one of high scoring games. It's not going to be the game of, they're going back and forth. Touchdown for touchdown. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a heavyweight bout. There's going to be punches thrown. I'm not talking about literally, but I'm saying there's going to be hits. There's going to be some time where the offense doesn't look good. There's going to be some times the offense does look good. But I'm going to get to that in my preview. Let's see. Before you go to Paris Cox being picked on by Barkley. Paris Cox being picked on by everybody. So that's something. Let's see. I'm going to get some other questions, and then we're going to go into the preview. Let's see. So y'all forgive me for that. You know what, Joseph? You just brought me up a perfect shut your pie hole moment. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly. There was a couple of them that you brought up, and I like that. So, here we go. Joseph says, if Steve McNair was still alive right now, where would he work at? don't know, because I mean, Steve McNair, God rest his soul, rest in peace to the greatest Tennessee Titan quarterback, one of the greatest players of all time for Tennessee. You know, Steve McNair was a quiet guy. I don't know if he would do TV or radio or something like that, but I could see Steve McNair doing something like, you know, helping people. Or I could have seen where he moved back to Mississippi. I could have really have seen that. You know, maybe helping with something with Alcorn State. You know, maybe Steve McNair will be like an ambassador, like Eddie George, like what Eddie George is doing. But, you know, Eddie George is a little bit more outspoken. You know, Eddie George does like Broadway and stuff like that. He does a lot of stuff. I think Steve would be doing some being a philanthropist or something like that. But I don't know if he would just be like on radio or on television or something like that. I probably could see Steve McNair just doing a regular like job. You know, he might be doing something in construction, or he would be doing something like, you know, working with his hands, really trying to build something. I think that's what I would think. Now, I could be totally wrong. That's just what I think of. He's tough. He's gritty. He lets his actions speak louder than his words. So I really don't know. That's an excellent question. But I could see him, doing something, especially with Alcorn State as alma mater, maybe teaching kids, maybe a teacher wouldn't be a bad idea, you know, or a coach. I could definitely see him being a coach because I think he would inspire a lot of not just African American kids, but he would inspire a lot of kids of all races, would inspire a whole new breed of quarterback. I mean, I say a lot. If Steve McNair was still alive, and if Steve McNair was still alive, I think Vince Young would still be in the league. I really do. Because they drafted Vince Young, and I kind of hate they didn't do this right. They should have kept McNair as the starter, let Vince Young learn under him. Vince Young would have been a quarterback because he learned a lot from Steve. James says McNair on State. Derek Rob says he was a farm boy. I don't know if he was necessarily a farm boy, but I know he bought his mom a big house with a lot of land down in Mississippi. I do remember that. Let's see, Dash Steven, who is your all-time favorite Titan? Ooh-wee. Y'all laying it on me with this one. All-time favorite Titan. I mean, there's so many to choose from. I could do a whole show on my favorite Titans of all time. I mean, you know, yeah, McNair, Eddie George, Javon Curse was definitely one of my favorites. I loved Kyle Vanden Bosch. I love the intensity that he brought. Blaine Bishop being a hard hitter. I'm trying to think of some more. Like, I really like Drew Bennett. I thought Drew Bennett was just a hard-nosed, hard-working guy, was an undrafted free agent, played quarterback at USC, and came in and became a great receiver for this team. That's just to name a few. I'm trying to think. Like I said, there's so many to name. There's too many to name with that. But I like those are just a few guys that were great examples of Titans that I really like. Cortland Finnegan was definitely one of my favorites, without a doubt. I definitely like Cortland Finnegan's feistiness. 7th round draft pick. I mean, he was feisty. Yeah, he kind of got his tail whipped by Andre Johnson, but Cortland Finnegan, he brought physicality. You know, Cortland Finnegan was MMC and B before MMC and B. Because that dude, Kerry Coombs would have, if Cortland Finnegan could be playing now on this defense, Kerry Coombs would love this guy. He would love his intensity. And Cortland Finnegan, he gets a lot of love from me, without a doubt. Glenn Berry, your top five. Yeah, top five. I would say, McNair, George, Kurse, Kyle Vanden Bosch, Cortland Finnegan. Those are my top five. Honorable mentions, definitely Blaine Bishop. I definitely enjoy Keith Bullock. Randall Godfrey was a good linebacker when he was here. Like I said, too many to name. Samari Roll definitely was good. CJ2K was good before he got the contract. Chris Hope, very, very good. I absolutely agree. Chris Brown, pretty decent running back. Bennett went to UCLA. Bennett went to UCLA. You're absolutely right. Forgive me for that. I knew it was out of California. Okay. I knew it was out of California. So definitely, y'all did bring some good ones there. Absolutely. So let's go ahead because I know we're getting close to wrapping up here. Let's see. Here's another question from Reggie Browning. He's Reggie B. Why keep David Fluellen on the team? He's still injured from last season. I feel we could get a better backup running back. I don't know. Obviously, Vrabel really raved about David Fluellen and feels he could be a big help on special teams. I don't think he practiced today, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to try to see. Yeah, David Fluellen did not practice. I don't know why on the team. Nichols, Dawkins could be useful. Right now, Nate and Michael Roos, him and David Stewart, they were what Taylor Lewan and Jack Conklin can be. Bookends. You didn't have to worry about the rush from the outside with those two. Big Michael Roos from Eastern Washington and Big Country David Stewart. Cornbread fed. That dude moved, and he did it well. So I don't know why they keep Fluellen right now. I thought he was going to get cut, but I guess they still believe he can help on special teams. But I hate the fact he's taking up a spot from a guy like a McNichols or a Dawkins who could play. Let's see. Got a couple more questions we're going to get in here. Let's see. Everybody loves a win, but I love consistency. Do the Titans have it looking at the two games we lost and how back and forth we were last season? We got to be consistent, Tyler. We definitely got to be consistent. We definitely got to string some wins together, and this is an opportunity to do so. This is definitely going to be an opportunity to do so. And we got a great chance. We got Buffalo, we got Denver, we got the Chargers, and we got the Bucks. We got 4 games before we could go into Kansas City. All 4 of those are winnable games. And we should at least win 3-4. At worst, we should be 5-3 going into Kansas City, week 9. We should be 5-3 at worst. 6-2, and I said this, if they're 6-2, they win these next 4, and they're on a 5-game winning streak, going to Kansas City at 6-2, we really would be playing with house money because it wouldn't matter if we won or lost that game. We win that game, we're 7-2, and we are talked about seriously. We lose that game, we're only 6-3, and we're nowhere near out of the hunt. Let's see, did offensive line do a good job, or did Marcus just get the ball out a lot faster? Both. I think the offensive line did well. I think Marcus made smart decisions. A lot of times he threw the ball away to avoid sacks. That's smart, and that's what you're supposed to do. Let's see, how big of an impact are we predicting with Lewan back? Need to knock off the rust. It's going to take a little bit. It's not going to be perfect right off the bat. Work still needs to be done, but I think Taylor Lewan being back is going to be a big lift. It may not show off right away, but I think it's going to be good. It's good for the team. It's definitely good for the team. Biggest weakness on both sides of the ball. It's in my opinion, defense is Malcolm Butler and Adoree. Don't trust him completely on offense. Right side of the offensive line. Malcolm Butler, Malcolm Butler had a good game. Malcolm Butler had a very good game against the Falcons. And whenever he was targeted, Akil Jones, he's down. Malcolm Butler is a problem. I know Malcolm Butler from time to time. The game against Jacksonville comes to mind. Think about you go back and take a look at the plays. Yes, the touchdown did happen on him, but you notice Malcolm was right there with DJ Chark the whole time. And what did he do that most cornerbacks of the Titans didn't do? He turned to look for the football. So he knew it was coming. And he was probably trying to go for an interception, but that was a better placed ball by Gardner Minshew. A lot of times with that is a better placed ball than the corner not playing good coverage, because he was right there. It'd have been different if Chark was here and Malcolm Butler was here. He catches it and Butler's like right there, not even close to him. But Butler was right there. And a lot of times Butler is right there in coverage, but is not able to get his hands on a football or turn his head in time. So Butler is not the issue. Adoree has been an issue. He's been a liability. He was better Sunday, but I want to see some consistency from him as well. Let's see. Could play caller change slightly with Lewan back in? No, I don't think they're going to change it too much, but I think they are going to be going to the left quite a bit. They're definitely going to run left, without a doubt. But I don't think it changes anything. I think if anything, it helps with Lewan back. How was it last week? We get sacked left and right against Jacksonville. Atlanta, we gave up none. Part of it is offensive line consistency. Two, the Atlanta defense is not very good. That Jacksonville defense is very good. That Jacksonville defense is good. Plus, it was stupid that we had Jamil Douglas on Calais Campbell. That's just asking for trouble. Now, Nate Davis and Ben Jones, they held up against Grady Jarrett. And Jarrett's good. We're definitely going to find out this week with Ed Oliver and Starlou Tuilele and Jerry Hughes and Trent Murphy. We'll find out. If they don't give up any sacks in this game, offensive line is on its way. Most reliable player. I know everybody want to pick Brett Kern. And Brett Kern is quite reliable. But I would definitely say the most reliable, right now, one of the most reliable players on this team is definitely going to start with Mr. 99 Problems, Jarrell Casey. He is he's a workhorse. He works his tail off. He was a third-round pick from USC. The dude just comes in and balls. I know his stats are not there because a lot of times they're double-teaming him. They're making sure he doesn't make an impact, but he did on Sunday. Jarrell Casey, to me, is one of the most reliable Titans on this team, hands freaking down. There is no other. But that's just me. Let's see. Butchie says Nick Bosa, Quinn Williams, Josh Allen, Christian Wilkins, Brian Burns, Rashawn Gary, Montez Sweat. 8.5 sacks through week 4. Does that make you feel better? The Titans pulled the trigger on Simmons, knowing he would have to rehab. 8.5 sacks combined by those guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys, 8.5 sacks. I'm not going to necessarily say it feels better until I see Jeffrey Simmons on the field. So we'll definitely have to find out. I mean, Nick Bosa, Quinn Williams, Josh Allen, we weren't going to get to those guys anyway, given the position we were. I was hoping Christian Wilkins was going to fall to us. And I hope Miami is stupid and say, you know what? We're still in the fire sale. We'll trade everybody. We'll trade our first round pick from last year too. I mean, I would love to see Jarrell Casey, Christian Wilkins, and Jeffrey Simmons on the line together. I know that's not going to happen. That's just a pipe dream, but I can still dream. Rashawn, my brother. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of these other guys yet to really make a definitive note. I probably will have to check them out. If y'all watched my draft party coverage, and you could go back and watch that here on YouTube, I was banging the table for Montez Sweat. Now, that's the only one I will be mad at. If Montez Sweat comes out and has a monster year, which it looks like he won't, with the Redskins sucking, but that was the one I was banging my hand on the table for. I'm like, Montez Sweat. I was like, Sweat. And they didn't pick him, and I was not happy about it. So we're definitely going to find out. I mean, if Jeffrey Simmons comes in and produces and helps out a bit, then yeah, I'll feel great. But if he doesn't, I mean, I will understand it was kind of a red shirt year, and next year is the real first year. I will be slightly disappointed, but I like Simmons' attitude. He's working hard. It looks like he may be coming back a little bit early. Hopefully they don't push him too early. Let's see. Joseph says, who will win the world championship first? Predators or Titans? Right now, I would have to go with the Preds because the Preds are the Predators were the closest to the Stanley Cup championship to a Super Bowl recently. Now, we know in 99-2000, the Titans were 1 yard short, which I still think Kevin Dyson was in. That is my prerogative. But the Predators recently were the closest to a championship, and I think they're built for a championship. I really like those guys on the ice. I do like watching a little hockey. I am going to try to watch some hockey this year. Since my mother-in-law has cable, I'll be able to watch some hockey. So we'll be trying to watch that opening night. CM Punk signing back with WWE. I don't know in what capacity. I have to find out and do some research on that. Because like I said, I'm going to go in here and watch NXT and AEW. So I'm definitely going to go see that. I got to go see my girl, Awesome Kong. I will tell you, if I could marry Awesome Kong, I would. Awesome Kong is an amazing woman in the ring. That girl can go for her size. And yeah. My wife will probably not like I said that, but she understands. I'm a wrestling fan. I love me some Awesome Kong. Queen Kong, I tell you. So, and the Grizzlies, and I know Dan Stevens brought up the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are a young basketball team looking very promising. They got 3 young studs in Ja Morant, Brandon Clark, and Jaren Jackson. JJ and B. JJB. I like the sound of that. So, I'm not expecting the Grizzlies to make the playoffs, but I am expecting them to just get better as a team. And I want to see these 3 guys develop into superstars. And I think that could definitely happen. Awesome Kong is with AEW. She's with AEW right now. I'm about to go watch that in a minute. Let's see. I see C-Dub and Derek are going at it, talking a bit. Let's see. Should have kept the fullback they had with Henry. Justin Fowler, I wouldn't have minded that. Even in the Browns game, Marcus didn't look as confident. I mean, Marcus looked good against Cleveland, but he looked better against Atlanta. With the Titans, you can't count them as easy wins. True. But they're winnable games. We lost that game with the Colts for stupid reasons. 4th down, burning the clock like that, that was bad. Santos missing that field goal, that was bad. And everything. So giving up the big run, that was bad too. Marcus said on pace for 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He'll throw a pick eventually. But I think if he stays under 10 interceptions, does well, and plays all 16 games, which, hey, he's played 4, so that's good. That's a good start. how underrated Butler is. I mean, Butler is a very good corner. He's not elite, but he's very good. Adoree has no in-game ball awareness. I mean, Adoree does have to be better because sometimes he can't get picked on. He needs to get some interceptions, and I think he relies too much on his athleticism and not using his instincts, and that is a problem. Lewan will get you more time for deep routes to develop. I agree. Now, no disrespect to Dennis Kelly. Dennis Kelly, very serviceable job. But Lewan is just better. They're going to find ways to put Dennis Kelly on the field as an extra tight end or as a sixth lineman. So I could definitely see that on some max protection. I think that happens this game. I think Dennis Kelly, there are going to be some times you're going to see six offensive linemen in the game as an extra tight end. Vic Beasley almost had Mariota 2 times. Great footwork to get out of him. They got speed on the edge. They do. They have some speed on the edge, just not consistent. What's up with Cam Wake? I don't know. He suffered a hamstring injury in the game in Atlanta. I think they're monitoring him right now. I think he has a shot at playing, but we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see with that. That could be an issue, but you could definitely see Finch playing in this game. Derek Roberts, I need 30 yards passing for Marcus. Now, I said to go back and confirm a prediction, 3,500 yards from Marcus. I had 38. I said 3,500 yards and over 30 touchdowns. I did say that. 3,800, I don't know. I would say 3,800 would be, I would say 3,500. Simmons would be great. Marcus, I agree. Hopefully they don't push Simmons to return. Don't want to be like Conklin. Go Grizz. I am a Grizzlies fan, definitely. I'm from Memphis, of course. I'm back here in Memphis, Tennessee. Of course I'm a Grizzly fan. Gotta ride with them. Brock Lesnar to Rey Mysterio. Yeah, we're going to get on that. Marcus Margot, I know you got to head out. Watch the rest of the show later. Humphries needs to be more involved. Defense is legit. Stay consistent. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that because we've been rambling a little bit crazy on that too. Let's go ahead and preview the Bills, and let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Buffalo coming in at 3-1, lost to the New England Patriots, 16-10. I went back and watched this game with the Patriots, trying to watch this defense and watched a little bit against Cincinnati as well. I'm going to tell y'all something. This Buffalo Bills defense is legit. This Buffalo defense is aggressive. They are stingy. They are swarming. They are not giving up much of an inch. You're going to have to fight and earn every inch you get in this game against this defense. They're top 10 in pretty much every category. Like I said, you got Trent Murphy, Ed Oliver, Star Lutulele, Jerry Hughes. That's their front four. With Milano, Tremaine Edmonds, a big-time star in the making, and Lorenzo Alexander. Great front seven. Tre'Davious White, a terrific corner with Levi Wallace, Taron Johnson, nickelback with Jordan Poyer, Michael Hyde. So they got a stacked defense, without a doubt. That Buffalo defense is stacked. This game, like I said earlier, if you're expecting the Titans to put up more than 24, 27, 30-some points, you're going to be disappointed because it's not going to happen. This is going to be a low-scoring, punch and drag-out kind of a fight. It is going to be a drag-out fight, and it's going to come down to which offense makes the least amount of mistakes or which offense makes the biggest mistake. Now, Matt Barkley could possibly be starting this game because Josh Allen is in concussion protocol. And he was limited today in practice, so I don't know what that means for his status. But right now he has to pass concussion protocol in order to play. So that's something we got to keep an eye on, and we'll definitely keep monitoring. Frank Gore, the ageless wonder. He just passed over 15,000 yards for his career. I mean, this dude is 36 years old, still playing at a high level. And we all know Frank Gore has given the Tennessee Titans a lot of trouble in the past, whether he was with Indy, whether he was with Miami. I want to say we've played against him in San Francisco. Frank Gore has given us a lot of trouble. And we got to be able to shut him down. We got to be able to shut him down. We got to wrap up and put him on the ground, just like I said, top 10 defense in all categories. I mean, it's not too many weaknesses to that Buffalo Bills defense, which leads me to my 4 points of victory. Because, like I said, in terms of yards per game, and I'm going strictly by that, the Buffalo Bills, number 2 total defense in the league in yards given up. Against the pass, they're number 4. Against the run, they're number 7. In points per game, we're number 4, they're number 5. So they're in every category. Defensively, they're going to be very, very tough to get through. But that leads to the 4 points of victory. The Blues are 4 points of victory. Number 1, patience. Have patience. I will be just fine with run, punt. I will be okay with that in this game. Run, punt is just fine with me. Because this defense is very good. Yes, we're going to have to take some shots. But this could be a day that Adam Humphries and Delaney Walker do some damage. They're going to try to make sure to stop the run. They're going to try to make sure Derrick Henry doesn't have a big day. And they're going to try to attack our offensive line and try to get out to Marcus. So we've got to make timely plays. Take what the defense gives you, slowly march down the field, and wear them down. That's what we will have to do. Wear them down, get to the fourth quarter with a lead, and then you can pound them with Derrick Henry at the end of the game. Number 2, hold up. And that means hold the line. Offensive line. Hold the line. Because, again, this is a fantastic front 4 you're going up against. You have got to hold the line. Taylor Lewan coming back at the perfect time. They have got to hold the line against this defense and keep Marcus Mariota as clean as possible. Not going to be an easy task, but it can be done. Number 3, going to the other side. Attack this offense. Get after Matt Barkley or Josh Allen. Prepare for both. But get after the quarterback. This offensive line, not great. But get to the quarterback. Get him on the ground. Shut down Frank Gore. Wrap him up and let everybody else come on in and clean it up. Receiving wise, we got to watch out for Cole Beasley. He's like a Julian Edelman. I mean, we kind of have a Cole Beasley clone in Adam Humphries. So he's going to be trying to catch passes over the middle, which I think was what Ms. Margarita was asking about, showing up the middle. I think late in the game, I think we were playing some zone, which left some things open in the middle. But honestly, Buffalo has been the type of defense that they keep things in front. They're not going to let you beat them with the big play. They're willing to give up a little to not give up a lot. And they really try to make sure they don't give up a little. But defensively, we gotta attack this offense. We gotta jam them. We got to cut them off at their routes. We got to get to the quarterback, and we got to wrap up Frank Gore. And last but not least, Josh Allen threw 3 picks in this game, and Matt Barkley threw another and fumbled 2, I think. Turnovers. Turnovers are going to be key. We need to get a pick 6 or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Turnovers and turn them into points. That is going to be a great way to beat this team. And New England blocked a punt. So blocking punts, special teams could be big too. And they got a dangerous guy back there in Andre Roberts. Brett Kern is going to have to do some coffin corner punts and make sure Andre Roberts doesn't take one back. So those are about 4 points to victory. Patience, hold the line, hold up, attack their offense, turnovers on defense. And I picked this game, us winning against Buffalo, and I'm sticking with that. Again, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. I'm going to go, and I think somebody already kind of picked a good score that I was thinking. I'm going with Dash Stevens. Yeah. I see like a 17-13 type of game. 17-13, 14-10. I can see it being like a 13-6, something like that. I could definitely see something like that. But I would say like a 17-13. I think the Titans win, and they get to 3-2 on the year, without a doubt. Rashaan Evans got a big test. Yeah, Dawson Knox is good. Dawson Knox is very good. Without, if they get to 21, over 20 points, they'll definitely win. It's going to come down to which offense makes the mistake. I like our champions, their defense, than their offense against our defense. I think their offense will make a mistake, and we can capitalize on it. Let's see. So, yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. 17-13, Titans win, go to 3-2. But now to end the show, you know what we do at the end of the month, and we're going into October. It's time for Shut Your Pie Hole. And this is where you've seen some moments around where you just think to yourself, man, shut your pie hole, man. So I got 2. One is from Ryan Clark. Well, 3 actually. One comes from Ryan Clark, works for ESPN. He basically said on the radio, and I was listening to this morning, he said, well, the Tennessee Titans are probably going to end up going 6-10 and picking a new quarterback. He just don't think they're consistent enough or good enough to win the division, and that we're going to finish 3rd or 4th in the division, and that's 6-10. Ryan Clark, yes, he's not totally wrong. Because, we could be 10-6. We could be 6-10, depending on how it goes. We're a roller coaster type team. But the AFC South is up for grabs. So right now, Ryan Clark, shut your pie hole, man. Here's another. And this comes from Joseph, who gave me a good one. I'm going to see what they say. This was from NFL Network. This was after Sunday's games. And this is Deion Sanders talking about the 2-2 teams. Basically, they're saying, who are you? So I'm trying to wait for that to come up. I see Isaiah says, mine is Peter Schrager for saying we're going to lose to the Bills. Yeah, I definitely agree. Don't say we're going to lose to the Bills. This is about the Jag.
But that's not a long-term solution. How about they playing? How about they treating apples Halloween?
Now he's talking about AFC teams.
They are unpredictable. I don't think they know who they are. But T.Y. Hill, when he's in the game, it seems like a whole different team. So they could win that division.
Houston Texans, also at 2-2.
no identity. Don't know who they want to be. They unmasked. They don't have a face. Okay, how about the Tennessee Titans? I like them every now and then. It seems like all these teams that you're mentioning have no identity. All the teams 2-2 in the AFC South for the first time since the merger. And how about the Raiders?
Now, I don't really know what to say about that with Dion. I mean, it seems like Dion does have some kind of hateration. He drinks some haterade when it comes to us. He talk about, well, I like him every now and then, but we have no identity. We got Derrick Henry. We got a defense. Now, I would have understood if he said, you know what? Titans are a good team, but they are consistently inconsistent. If he said that, I would understand because he's right. He would be right if he said that. But Deion Sanders, hater, shut your pie hole. And while we're at it, we'll go to a wrestling sense. I'm not even going to read the whole thing from Joseph, but I'm going to make it plain and simple. You know, of course, Brock Lesnar decided to show back on Monday Night Raw and will be on challenging Kofi for the WWE Championship. I'll go to SmackDown and go after Kofi Kingston because I think that will be an easier victory for me. Don't be surprised if Kofi beats him and Kofi will still be champ. Brock Lesnar, to me, is one of the biggest disappointments in WWE, my opinion. I'm not really a fan of Brock Lesnar, and I'm pretty sure if Brock Lesnar heard this, he would not give a rat's ass about what I say. Because that's the kind of guy he is. He doesn't give a damn about anybody. Brock Lesnar, yeah, he's strong. He's powerful, can destroy anybody, including myself. Whenever they're so scared of Brock that they don't know what to do with him. They don't know how to control him. But Brock can sometimes be a bitch. That's just me. Brock Lesnar, and to a lesser extent, Paul Heyman, shut your hole. National guys, that's all they do. They look at box scores and they be looking at highlights. They don't go back and watch the whole game or any. Deion Sanders probably does time watching 1 second of real Tennessee Titan football at all. Leave that to the local guys. Let's see, Minnesota Titan. You're not late. You can definitely go back and watch the rest of the show. Yeah, so shut your Brock Lesnar. And I think that was it. Let's see. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up. Yeah. So those are my shut your pie hole moments. But not least, the blue bombshell question to wrap up the show. The craziest thing you've ever done. Now, we've all done some crazy things in our lives. We've all done some things we're like, what the heck was we thinking doing that? Mine is pretty simple. I go back to the 6th grade. One of my best friends in school was, this girl was talking trash to one of my best friends. And I'm in the 6th grade. So I'm like 12 years old. Dumb in the head. She talking trash to my best friend. So me, being the best friend that I am, stepped in and defended him. He probably didn't need it, but I just felt the need. So I stepped up to her face. She talking all bad and stuff like that. I said, leave my boy alone. You got a problem? Talk to me. So she decided she wanted to fight me after school. I'm like, cool, whatever. We'll fight. We'll do that. So I tried to walk outside. I'm like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have did that. I was stupid. Let me just try to get out of here. Let me get out of here. We'll straighten this out tomorrow. you know, I wasn't really trying to get into a fight with nobody. So I get around the corner of the school trying to leave. She pushes me from behind, knocks me down, and wants to fight. Everybody else crowds around. She came after me, trying to hit me and swing, and connected on a punch. She punched me once, and I don't know what happened. It just set me off. Now, again, I do not condone any domestic violence. I don't condone anything against a woman. No man should ever put their hands on a woman. Now, true enough, you should defend yourself. Now, granted, we were kids. We were young kids, and that's still no excuse. But she punched me a couple of times, and I had to defend myself. So I ended up kind of winning the fight. But yes, I felt bad after that happened. So after that, me and her, we talked. I apologized to her. I told her, I was wrong for what happened, and and I apologized. I said I was sorry. And so, we became cool we were cool after that. And, I haven't really seen her since, but, one time we did run into each other when we were older, like in college or something like that. And we spoke and everything was cool. But that was probably one of the stupidest things I had ever did in my life, was that. And so I kind of regret it now, and I really shouldn't have done that as a boy, but now as a man, I understand. Yeah, never, ever put your hands on a woman like that. Wrong. So don't do that, gentlemen. And ladies, don't put yourself in a man's position. Don't egg us on like that. I know sometimes when you're mad, you're talking crap, you're mad, you're upset, you want to be heard, you push us and things like that. But sometimes you might need to back away, ladies. Back away. You can gripe, you can yell, you can scream, you can push a little. But don't try to strike and punch, because a man's instinct is to hit back. Not saying that is right, because it's not. But ladies, understand. Sometimes you can put yourself in a man's position. You try to punch and fight, you hit a guy a few times, gonna get to the point he ain't gonna be no punk. So, fellas, don't do that. Ladies, don't do that. Let's not do stupid things that we regret later, y'all. But I'm just rambling off and everything with that. So forgive me. Like I said, I love the ladies. Ladies, I love y'all. Y'all are queens. I'm going to treat you as such. Y'all always going to be queens. And y'all are diamonds. Y'all are diamonds surrounded by rhinestones. Y'all are the diamonds in the rough. Always know that. And I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Titans of Truth. Sorry I ran a little bit over, but y'all have a good night. I will holler at you.